Hey, what's up guys, my name is Sachin and you're watching the Tech Talks. So in today's video, we're going to look at the 5 best open source frameworks for developers. Now, a framework provides you the best solution for developing well-structured, maintainable and upgradable softwares. It saves a lot of time by reusing generic modules and libraries in order to focus on other areas. Applications developed using a framework are interoperable with market standards. But there has always been enough confusion for many beginners to select a right framework. There are many frameworks for developing a same application in different types. Without proper knowledge and research, you may end up learning a framework which is no longer useful or required for modern applications. Now, that is the main reason behind this video. Here I'm going to mention the top 5 frameworks that you guys need to know if you are a developer. At number 5 is Django. If you are a Python programmer and looking for a way to enter in web development, Django has all you need. It is a full-stack open source framework powered by Python. It has all the web development features you'll ever require for a better website. The framework provides templates, libraries, and APIs designed to work together for connectivity. Django is based on a simple model template view architecture, that is, an MVC architecture to divide logic and views. It supports all common databases along with the object relational mapper to map projects objects with database tables. Now, here are a few benefits of Django. The very first being it is an open source framework and it provides full stack web development. Also, it provides easier migration and mapping. Then it has good documentation and has a big community of developers. It's also scalable and suitable for small to big scale applications, and it is used with many big websites such as Pinterest, Washington Post, and NASA. The next step on this list is Nodejs. There was a time when JavaScript used to be considered as a client-side scripting language for web applications. It used to be embedded in HTML page and run by the JavaScript engine in the web browser. The Nodejs framework was created with an idea of unifying web application development around a single programming language rather than different languages for server-side and client-side script. So it created JavaScript runtime environment that executes JavaScript code on server-side. It is now one of the top 5 best modern JavaScript frameworks for web and application development. Nodejs has an event-driven architecture capable of asynchronous input-output operations. It aims to optimize throughput and scalability in web applications, chat applications, games, and other softwares. Now, here are the few benefits of Nodejs. The very first being, Nodejs is free and open source framework. It is also suitable for developing web, mobile, and browser-based application. It runs on all major platforms. Also, Nodejs uses JavaScript on server. And finally, it is used by many big companies like Microsoft, PayPal, IBM, Netflix, and LinkedIn. The next step on this list is Ruby on Rails. Now, Ruby on Rails or Rails is an open source server-side web application framework written in Ruby programming language. Rails support full stack development, which supports both the front end and the back end. Some popular clients of the framework are Twitter, Basecamp, Amazon. Rails is based on the MVC framework that provides default architecture for database, a web service, and web pages. It facilitates the use of web standards such as JSON or XML for data transfer and HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for displaying and user interface. It encourages the use of popular software engineering patterns and paradigm, that is, convention over configuration, then don't repeat yourself, that is DRY, and active record pattern. All major web development frameworks either copied or borrowed the ideas from Ruby on Rails because of its success and popularity. Here are the few benefits of Ruby on Rails. The very first being, it's fully open source and free to use. The next one being, supports full stack development and it is object oriented. Next is, used by big companies like Twitter, Basecamp, and Amazon. Also, it highly saves time and the cost of production is very low. And the last one being, it has a strong community of developers on Google as well as on Stack Overflow. The next up on this list is Ionic. Now, Ionic framework is 100% free and open source project for complete multi-platform hybrid mobile application development. It is built on the top of AngularJS and Apache Cordova. Ionic provides tools and services for developing hybrid mobile applications using web technologies like CSS, HTML5, and Sass. You can build progressive web apps and native mobile application for every major operating system with single code base. Ionic uses native SDKs to bring the UI standards and device features of native apps together with the full power and flexibility of the open source web. It uses Cordova or PhoneGap to deploy natively or runs in the browser as a progressive web app. There are over 120 native device features like Bluetooth, HealthKit, fingerprint authentication, and more with Cordova, PhoneGap plugins, and TypeScript extensions. A few benefits of Ionic framework are as below. The very first being, it's free and open source and fully cross-platform. It also has a wide list of documentation, and the community of Ionic is also wide. It requires knowledge of HTML5, CSS and JS only, and also it provides efficient hardware accelerated translations for better performance. The last one on this list is Tensorflow. Now, Tensorflow is an open source library for carrying out numerical computations using data flow graphs. It was developed and released by Google Brain team under the Apache 2.0 open source license. The framework is written in Python, C++ and CUDA. It features a symbolic math library and used for machine learning applications such as neural networks. TensorFlow has an architecture that allows computation on any CPU or GPU, desktop, server, or even mobile and edge devices. A few benefits of TensorFlow are as follows. The first one being it's suitable for machine learning, deep learning, or even artificial intelligence development. Also, it is open source and free. And TensorFlow is currently being used at Google, Nvidia, AMD, Uber, Intel, and many more companies. So this were the top 5 open source frameworks for developers. I hope you like this video. If yes, then please hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe if you are new to this channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.